Welcome back to Dark Souls, all the weapons. Today with a proper run after last week only being, kind of like a finisher more so than anything. So yeah, today Dark Souls. Let me quickly place that there. Where's my mouse? There's one thing I should do. I almost forgot again. There we go. There we go. Game audio was not captured correctly. Oh. Oops. That's a different run. I was trying something out. And I died. Let me get into the proper save file. $350 hours. My god. ATW. What's wrong with you? Okay. So the run is, of course, the Dragon Tooth. I put on a Harvest Armor. I don't know if I will keep it the entire time. Because even with Harvest Ring, I'm pretty much mid-rolling, mid to fat rolling. So it's not very comfortable. Oh. This gives me 3 humanities. So let me just use them up. Use them up. There we go. Now today I have like an interesting plan of how I want to do how I want to do one boss specifically. And when I want to do another boss. So we'll see if I get to that. Level up is what I want to do. Yeah, with this armor, endurance is going to be very important. If I can get this to 60, I'm probably not going to mid-roll or fast roll, but it's going to give me more confidence, at the very least. Where do I want to start? I think I'm going to bean it straight to Honor Londo. I think that could be fun. Like very first boss being the Iron Giant. The Iron Golem, I mean. Sorry. Didn't mean to discriminate. I did mean to discriminate. Trust me. I always do. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting because the Dragon Tooth is, it's a strong weapon, technically seen. But out of the big, like boing weapons, like the boom, right? It's actually not one of the stronger ones. It's actually belonging to the weaker ones, funny enough. So I think we already had like the Grand and we had like Smo's Hammer. And both of them, if I remember correctly, are a bit stronger than this one. So it's gonna be interesting. Of course, it's already fully upgraded by me. Since it's a dragon weapon, so it takes dragon scales and it stops at +5. Funny enough, it has infinite durability, basically. 999. Because it's a 2 from an everlasting dragon. And as such, it is everlasting. Right, I'll regrab that one for the thumbnail. I'm currently watching somebody else play through this game, somebody who's never played through it. And, whew, that's frustrating. Like, he got the ass sword over there, and he's been using it unupgraded the entire time since. Usually I give new players a bit of leeway, but playing with the worst weapon unupgraded, oh, it's frustrating to watch, let me tell you. Because that guy, he deals like 15 damage to a boss. And I kind of blame Elden Ring for that. Oh. Do I play Toho? Sometimes, yeah. Haven't done so in a while. Welcome, by the way, Meat Master. I mean, I should play the new ones. The last one I played was the animal one. No, not the animal one. Was it 4 Seasons? 16? Yo, huge cookie. Welcome. How's it going? And Lisa Madonna, welcome to you as well. Yeah, but yeah. No, I know you shouldn't spoil new players about this game, but man, and he doesn't read the comments, so you can't really spoil him. But man, it's kind of like, oh, my guy, just upgrade your weapons at least once. The thing with Toho is just like I like the entire universe and everything around it, music and whatnot. But I simply don't have the time to get really good at them individually. I think the one I had, like I got the furthest in was Mountain of... No, Imperishable Night. Imperishable Night. I think I made it past Ryzen, which I think is the second to last main stage. And then on the last stage I kinda always beat it. But I don't think I've ever completed one. I mean, I could theoretically complete LOL-K simply because it has like that you can restart from the stage mechanic. That's about it. But yeah, maybe I'll stream it sometimes. But maybe is a far off future. I do like though that they have it on Steam these days. That's something that Sun for quite a while didn't want to do. Yo, poem music. Hi. Okay, let's go to Sin's Fortress. For that, I just need a little helper. I'm also a bit late today, as always. Like my cats, somehow they manage to they wake me up at like 5 AM every day. And I don't even know why. But you know, it's not too good if you were awake until like 3 AM. So I fell asleep afterwards again. Yo, my guy, can you give me a bit more leeway? Don't like this positioning. There we go. Oh. Almost in the wrong direction. I can't go 5 seconds on social media without seeing some guy glazing Linux like it's the savior of the world or some shit. I mean, I can see why. Linux is the savior of the world and some shit. Wait, I think I'm off. I mean, that's your experience. For me, Windows completely no longer worked, so I switched to Linux, and I've been happy ever since. I was like stuck here, I see. I mean, I am. Especially Windows 11. Pff, don't get me started. That's a nightmare. But if you're happy with it, that's alright. Come on, my guy. It's best Windows for you. Out of that case, that's wonderful. I mean, if you've tried disabled Linux, you should try Hannah Montana Linux. That might help a little bit with your problem. Fuck. Oh, I was not close enough. Shit. Hey, you stop there. Stop that. I mean, you know, I do like my operating systems not written to 40% by AI, but that's just me. proudly, should I add, by the Slopman Nutella. And what an unfortunate name this guy has. Slop your Nutella. Ah, there we go. Like missing an armor leg. Yeah, I know what disabled means. But thanks for clearing that up. Give me the definition. Well, you know, it's an operating system. It doesn't need to work for everybody. Some people use macOS. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it also kind of works. It just has some weird security restrictions, which... it's a bit annoying. But we do live in the big 2026. We cannot be against disabled things. That's ableism. Really? I feel like that's a very small subset of people though. The vocal majority. Come on. He's on the fucking button. I should have just run past him as always. Should have just done it, man. Now I regret it. I mean, not really. I have plenty of Estus flasks still to go. And since Fortress is almost over. Well, you know, maybe give a Templo a try. It ain't Linux, it ain't Windows, it ain't macOS. It's the true OS for the holy man. Truly as God intended. Yeah, I definitely noticed the speed decline with this armor. As I said, I'm gonna use it until it annoys me. Which could be any time. Just gonna say, ah, take it off. I need to be naked. I'm showing my big dong already. So I better show another one. Why do you have to push it? Because most users just use what comes default with their PC, so... you know, it's called marketing to some degree. Why did I didn't pick that up? It's like when you're on the street and you see an advertisement. Or a friend tells you, hey, you know this game, this hidden gem called Dark Souls? Maybe give it a try. It's like that, but just a bit annoying. As I said, most people are just... the annoying ones are the vocal majority. But I always encourage it. But if you tried it and you say it's not for you, that's perfectly fine for me. I'm not gonna hark at that point any longer. Why should I? Okay, the first boss. Let's go. I mean, subreddits, come on. I mean, if you're on Reddit, that's already a problem. Beyond Linux. I mean, it is low effort, depending on what software you need. It's really not that hard to install, first first and foremost. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm very happy with that damage. Yo, Vivian. Fernandez. Shit, shit. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There we go. He didn't even stumble once. That's not good. Iron Golem off the list. There we go. Oh, it's another... I really have to get rid of the humanity. Just a bit too much. I mean, actually, the route I'm gonna take doesn't give me ramped. That's a bit discouraging. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm still gonna do the route I planned. Even if it makes Framped sad. Why the vertical stream? Because I do both vertical and horizontal. Vertical for the people in the shorts feed, usually. And horizontal for everybody else. I wish I could combine them, which YouTube allows you to do. But they don't allow you to send 2 streams. You have like 2 controlled layouts. If I would let it YouTube do it, you just have like one weirdly cropped one that they automatically crop for you. Which, that doesn't work out very well. Like, I tested it once and they just cropped the center out, and that was the mobile stream. It's like, oh great. You miss about 80% of the content here. Sure, my guy. Damn, boy. Get toothed, boy. Yeah, to wrap up the other discussion, you're the one who brought it up first, so... Actually, you're a crazy Linux user yourself, I would presume. Try to start a war. So maybe you are not so different from them after all. Maybe the Linux users are the friends we made along the way. On our journey to macOS. Didn't like Tim Apple quit? Or did he die? I don't remember. So I'm kind of interested to see what Apple does these days. Recreationally. I mean, if that's the hobby what you want to pursue, go ahead. I just don't think you should spend too much time on Hayden. Come on. I'm not yet sure how I feel about this weapon. On one hand, damn. That bonk. But otherwise, slowness. I don't like slow weapons. You hate on Linux and its ridiculous box, terrible uses and stuff. Huh? I haven't really encountered any bugs the last 2-3 years. It's been pretty smooth sailing. The only problem I had once is I was fucking around and fucked up the video card driver. That's like saying I put an entire bag of salt in the soup and now I'm wondering why it's salty. Can't blame the suit manufacturer. This is pretty smooth. I didn't even get hit in the back, which usually happens. That's suspicious, to say the least. Yo, my guy. How does dying sound to you? Good? That's nice. Ah, that's very nice. Oh, by the way, I finally fucking learned why that one Halberd Knight disappears when you reload the game. It's not like somebody like, oh yeah, here's a big announcement, here's why it happens. It's somebody just casually mentioned it in a video I watched. I was like, oh wait a second, really? Fuck, okay. The reason is, basically, the spawn trigger is way further back in the level than it should be. So he simply doesn't spawn. It's not like what I suspect, that he's like stuck under or above the map when you spawn in close, but... But he just isn't triggered, man. Okay, let's see how the two bosses are doing. Yo, my guy. Yeah. Oh. I need to be a bit more deliberate with my attacks. Oh no, we stuck zooming. Okay, that's not bad actually. I just don't want to be stuck in his running attack. Yeah, I shouldn't do the roll attack, that leaves me open for like 10 seconds. Okay. I don't even know why my pulse is so high, probably because I didn't sleep much. I'm still kind of a bit foggy in the head. What 2 hours of sleep does to a motherfucker. There we go. I mean, once I have this guy done, big boy shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can give him a nice stun as well. Nice. I don't trust him though. Not to suddenly pull like the electric trump out of his ass. Okay, my guy. Like if I'm not running, I can barely survive an electric trump. There we go. If I'm full. Actually, not too bad. Fuck off! How does this kill me immediately? Oh. I blame half of it because... What the fuck is that? Can you hear that? If I open the window, maybe. What the fuck? That suddenly started. I was extremely fucking confused. And everything considered. My god. The bonk, the big one, yes. The not so strong bonk, actually. But welcome, by the way, Adam. Man, that's the only downside of living in the city. Like, the only downside. One of the few downsides of living in the city. Suddenly people playing music. Things like the windows are pretty good at isolating sound, but I still hear it. I hear it pretty clearly. In Dark Souls 2. That's one way to do it. I never was, like, I like this, the idea of power stancing, but I just never really got into it. As in a thing I use. Ah, come on, I need to have better positioning. It gives resistance, in Dark Souls 2 at least. Didn't know that. Oh, come on. There we go. Not that I know of, but I could, you know, I could be wrong. I can check after I die or after I kill them. Whichever happens first. Fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna do one more try with this armor, then it starts to annoy me. Not being able to fast roll is already with a slow weapon. This is not holy. Let's see. It doesn't give any inherent resistance as far as I see. Our resistance to magic and flame. Okay, it does actually. Interesting. But of course, resistance is not that spec'd out in the first Dark Souls. As you can see, my resistances are bleed resist, poison resist, and curse resist. So magic and fire resistance are kind of like tucked in the backside. Give me some time here. I want to quickly check. I don't think I can buff it. Otherwise having some flame on it. Oh, I can buff it. It's not a good order, but... Right, you can buff the dragon weapons. I forgot. At least that one. Okay, where's Sumo Boy? There he is. I'm not sure if I deal that much more damage. I know that flame actually deals a good amount of extra damage, theoretically. Yo, Def, hi. How's it going? I'm living it up these days. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's what I wanted. Good, that's good to hear. Shit. I just need to be careful of this one. Because that's a one-shot, basically. skate park. Now the question is, are you one of these guys that goes to the skate park with a scooter or with an actual skateboard? Or... I shudder thinking about it. With a bike. Yo, big guy, why didn't you stagger? Oh, fuck. There we go. I think the armor provided enough resistance that this didn't kill me. Oh, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't know why I didn't die there. Like 50 times in a row. Come on, faster. Can't let this thing ride without me. Now that would be hubris. But yeah, all things considered, that worked pretty well. I think my next goal is the dog. What's up, dog? Come hither. Yes. Come on, give me the vessel. Yeah. I feel like the Texas is slower as well, ever since I started using this weapon. But that might be just me. Undead perish. I mean, I'm gonna do the dog and the Hydra next. Then I'm gonna go already for one of the big boys. Hopefully. Yeah, how about you repair my shit first and foremost? Even though it really doesn't need to be repaired all the time. And then I want that, and that. Why not? Yeah, trust me, I won't. I'm equipped with the best weapon of them all. Am I right, my guy? That was a fun weapon, though, those guys. That's one of... It's such a good weapon. And you theoretically can get it right there from this guy, or you theoretically can never get it. Or, like, not never, but it's like... Are you gonna go down into Sense Fortress? No, actually. The only reason why you can get it is because there's a bug with one of the Titanite Knight demons. The one in the shortcut. Actually, should I do Moonlight first? Since I'm here and all. And I do have the warp ability. Yeah, that's... seems more sensible. That seems a lot more sensible. Did we ever get to the bottom of the fire resistance? Yeah, it does. I don't know if you've seen it. I checked. It has fire and magic resistance, but it doesn't get shown in here. Because in Dogs there's one like these, like they're in the defenses there, but how they stack up together is. I mean, I can actually check it. Magic is 330 and Flame is 323 right now, and without that, it's barely different. The Dark Souls' armor system is just a bit under utilized, if that makes sense. As an example, when you have 10 humanity, you get a huge boost to all resistances. It's like wearing like a basic armor. But the higher you go, the less they increase, right? So if you already have a strong like chest plate and then you add a strong trousers, you don't get that much higher. It's not linear. It just gets added together. It kind of like tapers off on the top. Weirdly enough. Welcome back. Already back from the skate park. That's why often I tell people, you know, armor doesn't matter in this game. Like, it does to some degree, of course. But the biggest stats is like poise. Like, I've seen people play this game with like micro adjustment level of trying to get like one more armor point or whatnot. But that barely does anything for you. In most cases. Are you basically on naked? I don't think so. At least I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I would still be slow rolling. Even with one less. Now's the time to land. Perfect. Come on, come on! Oh, fuck off. I thought I could maybe get him on the back swing. Like on the back slide that he was doing. The average makes it... I don't think so. I can test it and see how much it changes. Like, I feel like if that's something they added that later. You know, for all the shit you can give some of the other titles in the series, they usually at least try to improve things. Even Dark Souls 2. We know how that usually turns out as well. Oh, come on, my guy. I prefer if you would calm down. Give Papa a kiss. There you go. I don't need the thing up there because I cannot upgrade anyway, so... Let's use like 5 more. Oh, I can try that actually. So let's see. Can I see it here? I can. So if I remove this, it doesn't really do that much extra. Like, it doesn't take that much away in the grand scheme of things. But one thing you can see is like when I add like 5 more humanities, it should jump up to like an absolute limit almost. So at 10 humanities, actually no, at 99 humanities, you will have a huge stamina boost. It's like you're wearing a full armor. But here without the armor, it barely did anything. But I can take it off, and you can see my resistances are quite high, even though I have no armor on, because I have humanity. Because I can pull on the full set as well. Dark Souls 3 has a kind of weird quirk. I mean, I could see it. I don't know why it would have that, but... You know, can we truly know what goes on in the mind of Miyazaki? I don't think so. Don't slice my back open, please. I like my back. Yo, cat. I'm gonna defeat dog. But yes, as I said, I'm currently watching somebody play this game for the first time. And... new players always like make weird decisions in this game. Because they're too used to other games. And at the same time, they're not. For whatever reason, a lot of people that I see play this game, they disregard... Like, here's my theory about why a lot of people struggle with Dark Souls when they play it first time. People just assume... Like, Dark Souls has this reputation of being a hard game. So people just assume, oh, hard game means every boss is tanky as fuck, which is just not the case. But I see a lot of new players like struggle with that. They just accept that they don't deal enough damage because the game is supposed to be quote-unquote hard, which I think is just a wrong thing. Yo, doggo. How's it going? Not that well, actually. 690, really? I mean, it's not bad, of course, but it's also not really that good with my speed. I'm kind of worried for the Four Kings, actually. I think all the weapons worry me for the Four Kings. Oh my god, are you good? Well, I like that you almost have an AoE when you do the stomp attack. There we go. Just a tiny little bit of AoE. You know, let's use that for healing. Also, I think something I'm going to do by the next run again is just kind of like pop all the souls that I have and feed them to Framped. I'm just gonna check the list. Which ones are better for him, which ones are better for me. Because I am kind of like reaching that point where I have almost like 99 of some of them. Of course, I have 7 Gwyn souls. That's... how much is that? Like almost 300k. First I have to worry about the Hydra. Oh, little Hydra, how are you doing? I hope not too good, because I'm gonna smash you. Speaking of smash, what like recently has like really taken hold here is the idea of smash burgers, and I'm like, really, we're doing this again? Some weird new burger trend that suddenly everybody loves. The last one was pulled pork. I remember that everybody was like, oh yeah, pulled pork burger, pulled pork burger. Everybody needed to have a pulled pork burger. Like restaurants, like little like stands opened up, and they're all closed nowadays, of course. Okay, damn. 2 hits. Oh, 1 hit if I do a running attack. Oh, nice. But the 2-hitter is actually better, because I deal more damage to him. Or do I too? I wonder. Okay, I thought maybe I could get all but 1 hit. No. I would actually manage to kill him without taking the head off. That was actually death because he lost too much health. Hell yeah. You know, for like these simple enemies, having like a bonk weapon is fantastic. But for the more annoying bosses, it could really backfire. I mean, I've learned that through other runs, of course, already. That slow is just... you're just more advantage when you're fast. When you're rolling around at the speed of sound, and you've got places to go. Following a rainbow. There we go. A very simple golem run. He's not yet around. I think I'm gonna try my trick. There's a cool little trick I discovered. Well, not discovered, I just saw how it works. There's an easy way to do it, and there's a harder way. Let me say it like that. And there's like barely a difference in speed, so I don't know why people would do one over the other. But it's a pretty fun trick, so I'm gonna try it out. That I need the Covenant of Artorias. Because we are gonna go to and fight the 4 kings. Yaku, the water is still raised. Are you gonna lower it? That's the good part. I don't. Not this time. Like, technically, I never have to lower the water again, which I'm very fond of. Because all I need to do is sprint over here, drop down, quit out. I'm underwater, sir, help me. Quit out again, just to reset the camera. Bada bing, bada boom. The world is your oyster. What was it? I think this wall. Yep. And then through this wall. Then down here. Hell yeah. Hey, that's something. My guy. Like I tried last time, but I tried the harder one, which it requires just way harder timing. It is pretty cool how much you can just skip off this game once you kind of learn the tricks. Yeah, I want to refuel it a little bit. My damage is just not that good though. That's my biggest worry here. skip playing the parts of it. Exactly. I know I'm one of these people, I don't think the second half is that bad. It's right, it's not perfect. It certainly lacks a certain je ne sais quoi that the first half has. But I never thought it's as horrible as some people claim it is. Like, does it have its flaws? Sure. But besides some minor parts, it's still very, very concise. Much better than some other games. Okay, no worries. Okay, sure. Dropped something. Oh, that's neat. Now here's the thing. I could speak to him and then teleport to the room. So I can't skip the gargoyles and Quaylock, in theory. Which I'm gonna do right now, actually. But I do need to speak to Frampt at least once. The next run. Yeah. Because I don't think you can trade with him. But maybe that's... Maybe you actually can. I'm not sure. Yo, my guy. Can I ask you something? Okay, he cannot. Shit. I feel like that's a bit of an oversight. Just a smidgen. Let me see about my rolling. With 147, 125, I need 36. Between 42. So with just the chest plate, I'm in mean roll. Okay, good. Like, one thing is, I just think they could redesign the game a little bit. Right. They don't even need to change that much. As example, in New Game Plus, I would just be love to be able to go to the Four Kings from the start. Love to keep certain shortcuts open and whatnot. That would already help tremendously. Especially, like, by the 10th run or so. Or, like, keeping the embers so you can upgrade. You know, I do hope that at some point they will remake Dark Souls, almost. And, like, actually improve on certain areas. That would be fantastic. But at the same time, I don't trust them not to turn it into Elden Ring. Which some people would probably like, but I don't. After all, I'm a certified Elden Ring hater. Hate me that Elden Ring. Oh, come on. I wasn't even situated yet. Can you stop? That's not for you. Oops. Yeah, I don't want the boar helmet, actually. Give me 1 second. There we go. Readjust the microphone a little bit. Because my cat just knocked it over. You know, I don't know why to this day we still kind of like have a lot of things that you tighten with screws. Because the screws always get loosened, especially with like plastic stuff. Just wish we had something better. But I don't think I've ever seen anything that I would call better. Okay, my guy. I forgot to equip the other shield again. I mean, theoretically I could use Harvest Shield, of course, but how about no? Oh, I didn't need to run into the attack and take like double damage. You agree, don't you, my guy? But overall, I'm not even too mad about fat rolling so far. It works surprisingly well, for the most part. I think I'm gonna start to have some problem when I get to madness and such. For the time being, it actually works out pretty well. What are you doing there, boy? You know exactly you're not allowed to do that after you ripped my half the assembly down a couple of days ago. He doesn't give a shit. That little rascal. Okay, let's see. You know, speaking of skips still, the Arnolondo skip there, pretty neat, all things considered. You can also get the Ember with a bit of fucking around, by the way. But this one's still my favorite skip. If I pull it off correctly, that is. Like my guy, we just discussed a second ago. What you need to do to not die there. So why did you do it? Why? Why did you do it, man? Oh, speaking of what, I've like started to read this manga. I finished a couple of mangas recently because this week I had a migraine. So the best I could do is really sit in bed and read. Like nothing too strenuous. So I was like, you know, might as well. And I finished like the Assassination Classroom. And that guy made like a manga like years ago in 2005. And I'm always surprised. Because like, oh, not surprised, I'm like always in this like mindset of, is it a bad translation when I read it? Or is it just that it's an old translation? Because the standards have definitely go up with a lot of things. I sometimes find like old translation patches for games as well. Like, man. You know, people complain about the official translation, but at least that one is readable. It's not like made by like a 15-year-old back in the day who like took Japanese 101. There's like the vocabulary of a, well, 15-year-old. Right, my guy. He agrees. But yeah, without any like really hard glitches, you can skip a lot of bosses now. can't skip Quelaag necessarily because I would consider the Quelaag skip one of the harder ones. But your lava skip ain't, yeah, Caesar skip ain't that hard. So you can pretty much go to Bed of Chaos after you have access to that part of the map. Then you have to do this guy. You have to do Pinwheel and Nido, and you have to... And you can do 4 kings. Iron Golem and... Unseen in Smo. And of course, Sif. It's kind of wild, actually. Let's see if I manage to bunch these guys up. Please, please, please. No, stay there. Stay. Ah, he got in. I feel like this is something that started happening way more in the remaster. I can't explain why. But I feel like in all of my runs back when I played Prepare to Die, I never had that happen. Or maybe like once or twice. At best. I feel like something about going to 60 FPS natively made them faster or something. Or maybe it was because I used, what was it called? DS Fix. Because that had a bunch of weird effects. Yo, my guy. How about we don't do that? God, for these like slow, absolutely non-tent bosses. You can't be bonking. What's that? Humanity. Oh, the humanity. Alright, I want to sell the humanity. That was why I want to potentially talk to Framt. I forgot. I think I'm gonna do Nido next. Or should I? Should I maybe do DLC next, actually? I think I'm gonna do Nido and then DLC. You know, one thing though is I'm actually always surprised how resilient this game is when you sequence break. That's something I'm very, very happy about. Like, I've played games before, and when you sequence break, everything breaks. And you can actually soft lock yourself pretty easily. I don't think there's, especially after a bunch of patches back in the day, there aren't that many soft lock opportunities in the first Dark Souls. Like, I know you could theoretically get rid of Artorias' ring back in the day very easily. And that would be a soft lock, of course. But I think it's not that hard anymore. And not that easy anymore. Yeah, my guy. You think you can throw fire at me and not get punished for it? Well, think again. Because obviously you did not think. Alright, when you're heavier, you kind of like stay on the ground a little bit longer. I never play with heavy armor and whatnot. I always try to find a way to, you know, be fast again. To be light, like a feather. So I always forget how annoying the experience can be. Oh, Pinwheel. I have a gift for you. That damage is surprisingly bad. And why did that not hit? Like, that was actually surprisingly bad. I did not expect him to last this long. Mask of the Father. Hell yeah. Actually surprised. Anyways, Pinwheel down. Nido to go. Didn't even make sense. I forgot what's here. Large soul. There is theoretically a faster way down here. I have so many souls. Should I go kill like another boss beforehand, or should I like just consume some souls? I think I'm gonna consume some souls. Should I? That really takes a long time. How much do I need? About 100k more. How much do... Soul of a Hero I think is 10k, so I'm gonna do like 11 of those just in case. There we go. Endurance. Let's go. I mean, I don't need to do the meme roll. I need it once. I need to do it once. But it shouldn't change anything. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy when that is up to 99. So I can have, you know, a bit more variety in my armors. Even then, that's like one thing that I consider doing. As far as mods go, it's like installing one where that does barely matter anymore. Like maybe enough that I can meme roll, but otherwise no. Or maybe like something that you can toggle. I wonder if that exists. Because it would be really nice to like wear cosplay all the time. Right, my guy? There's a name for that, by the way. When you like your weapon hits the wall and it like bounces off. I think one of the earliest games that did that is the Berserk game for Dreamcast. But I might be wrong. Oh, don't kill me. I'm too young to die. Let's take one of these. Now the big problem, of course, with Nido and my bonk weapon is I cannot kill skeletons. So it could be a fun one. Okay. I need to grab something to drink. Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, Nido, man. Like, they could add, like, a holy resin or something into the game as well, if they would ever remaster it. Or maybe, like, a spell that's okay. Like, actually a miracle. Like, Sunlight Blade and what? I don't think Sunlight Blade adds holy damage. But maybe it does. Actually, let me check that in a second. So I'm not getting haunted by enemies. Because that would be within my rule set of this stuff. Yeah, let me try that out. I think I don't attract any enemies here. See, Sunlight Blade. By Lord Gwyn's first one boosts right hand with Rays of Sun. The power of sunlight manifests as lightning. It's lightning based. And vengeance. Okay. Like a third one, like a holy or whatnot, would have been cool. Sadly, no. I think one of the things I like about later entries that you kind of have more options in that regard. I'm just never a big fan of infusion systems in these games. Even the first one, because the split damage is just so much worse than everything else. They really should have balanced it a little bit better. Okay, let's try that again. This time, how about we don't die? Come on, big boy. You and your little guys. Fuck. I was like, do I have some Pearl Moss with me? I do, usually. Oh, of course. Oh, okay. I want to say, now he survived that. That's a dick move. It's actually surprisingly doable. Because of the bonking. Oh, he's dead. I was like, what kind of move is he doing now? I've never seen that move. But it's the dying of the lamps. Okay. Neato. Really neato, all things considered. You know what? I think DLC time. Call me crazy. Be crazy, out of my mind. Call me crazy, but I think now is a good time for the DLC. Are we on time? 1 hour and 20 minutes. Pretty good. Yo, big boy. Fuck. Oh, I want to say, you know, not as much damage as I expected. Before he absolutely beans me. This guy's just, he's a menace. I don't know what else to say. Anybody needs a dust ring? I have a few. That's also a thing I would change. Like, getting multiple rings is kind of like useless because you cannot equip the same. Either, if I would, you know, if I would want a mod or if I want to remake, I would want that you could equip the same ring twice. Or that at least you don't get your inventory flooded with rings. Because I would love the idea of like double fab ring or double lingering ring or like double bellowing crest ring, shit like that. Like really buffing yourself to the extreme. Just silly stuff, you know. What if you could like combine them into a plus ring? Up to like +7 like the flasks or whatnot. Or +15 like the weapons. That would also be cool. Anyways, time to enter the DLC. And see how I perform there. Because usually I use the flip ring. So dodging his attacks might be a little bit unconventional compared to usual. Anyways, let's not think too much about it. Let's just beam this guy. Okay, damn. Ha, missed. You missed, bitch. There we go. As easy as pie. Yeah, I don't think I'm worrying about... Don't need to worry about Artorias. I don't think I need to worry at all. Yo, Mushroom Princess. Yes, I will help you. Give me some of those, though. I mean, the thing is, I have actually way more lightning than I expected to, because I have them in my bottomless box. I've been always kind of like putting some on the side in there. Of course, I prefer not to have to grind every time, so I like picking them up regardless, right? Because you never know if you have like one weapon where it's like very nice to have like 20 extra damage. Ah. Blood. The blood moss. A thing I never use. I don't think I've ever used... I've used it maybe once or twice, but for the most part, never. The thing is, like, from the description, you would think it's like a buff that lasts long, but I don't think it is. It's like funny, usually I come here and go armor off. This time I go armor on. Notorious. Prepare to meet. Half the cosplay, excluding the helmet. But I still like my super fast recovery. Okay, let's see. Okay, nice. Fuck, I was like, oh, I didn't pay attention that I had power in on. Shit. Right. But actually, like, getting hits in is... I was a bit on... how you say? A bit up my ass. I need to be a little bit more deliberate with my attacks. But other than that, actually not too bad. Okay. These clowns lived longer than I expected to. Oh, I still have power on, that's why. Of course. I still have power in. But I don't think adding lightning really adds that much. I think it's a bit of a waste to do that. Oh, Artorias, my friend. Nice. I should roll backwards. Yes. Yeah, barely. I pretty much do the same damage. Like, if you can get a stun in, it's really nice. There we go. Yeah, Tori is not that bad, my friend. It's actually not that bad. My god, do I start to like using fat armors? Not really, but I think with a little bit of elbow grease, it actually works out pretty well. Much better than expected, at least. Much better than expected. Yo, my guys, how about you don't do that? I'm about to perform a sick trick. Let's turn this off real quick. Just give it a small... Also, another thing that's, separate. I've been now uploading the Dark Souls Day runs. The second one is up. 3 more to go-ish. And those, and like some clips I've been uploading, actually, they seem to perform pretty well. Much better than shorts, which have been performing horrible recently. So... And on TikTok, I'm shadow banned. I'm absolutely shadow banned. You can't tell me I'm not. Like, it's pathetic. You look at it. I have 0 views, 0 everything. So I'm not sure if I will use that platform as often. But it's like interesting to watch, right, as a content creator. I think, constantly hovering over the statistics and trying to find patterns is not good. But when you see like that the change up sometimes helps, it's interesting. Oh, I missed like 2. How do I miss so many attacks here? Let's see, I'm a little chess man. How about we put this behind each other? And you just give me the key. Thank you. The key to your heart, that is. I didn't mean the key to your death. Give me 1 second. Guess actually something I need to check after run. Let's do that after run. The postcards, I just got confirmation. Like something is missing. They've checked something, but I don't know what. But without that, they cannot print it. Print them. So I'll see about that. But all things considered, I ordered some extra, so they will go up on the shop. And I now know the pricing, so I can adjust it a little bit more. They will be, including shipping, I think, I would say, $6. It's a little bit cheaper than expected during the actual event. Or $5, I'm not sure. I have to do the correct conversion first. But yeah, if you want some Dark Souls cards, look, quote-unquote Dark Souls, inspired by Dark Souls, a postcard, check out my shop in the coming weeks. Hell yeah. Let me actually... This actually bothers me right now. It actually bothers me. Sorry. That's the password. There we go. Let me not paste it into the chat by accident. Hello? That's that. And that's that. Log in. Okay, for whatever reason I cannot log in. That's concerning. Okay, I will check it off the stream. This is taking too long. Okay, time for Calamite. Yeah, let's do Calamite first. Why not? Oh, golf. Need you to form a trick for me. Fun little trick. Yeah, farewell. Yes. And yes. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna try. I might be that I'm on VPN. Or I'm not, actually. I shouldn't be. Weird. What's happening? Not much. Playing the game. Okay, the postcards I'm printing. I just checked. I read the email a bit more carefully. I just need to give them the go ahead. I thought they use the same template when there's like an error, right? Which is a bit dumb. But halfway down the email, I only skimmed it the first time, but now I saw it just says, "Hey, you just need to give the go ahead, so we can print them." It's like, oh, okay, I see. Ooh, I was a bit scared there for a second. Yeah, I have like 2 pieces of art. Like for Dark Souls Day, which was 2 weeks ago, I commissioned like 1 piece of art and the stickers down below, like the icons. These are a bit too expensive to make with the low amount I currently have. So I'll wait a little bit on these. But the postcards I'm ordering right now. Send them to the winners, and the rest will go up on the shop. Can be bought. It's a nice little picture. I've I have like a test postcard print here. It looks pretty nice. Like, I'm a fan of postcards, I don't know why. Like, we have this app here in Switzerland by the Swiss Post, where you can, for free, send yourself a postcard, or to somebody else. For free, once a week. And the only caveat is just like an advertisement on the back. Which I don't care about. It's just pretty neat to have like a physical picture once in a while, you know? Instead of always everything being digital. Okay, Calamite. Dragon Tooth versus Black Dragon. I like common campaigns. The trading cards are also nice. That's something I could do at one point, maybe. But I just like postcards. They're simple, they're easy, they're cheap. They have a defined standard format. Shit! Oh, why was it so slow? The damage is good. Like, here's the thing, I'm personally not a sticker guy. And I know a lot of people like stickers. Yeah, I really am a poor stone. Bond monster. Welcome, by the way. Because they're kind of like postcards or trading cards. Because I think it comes down to me with like everything included that I checked to less than 50 cents per card. Which I think is pretty alright, all things considered. Oh, my guy. My guys, don't. Like, I have a stone armor, I don't even know how you can bite me. Oh, speaking of... Recently, I was like walking home to my apartment, and I have to go through that like a thin street between two buildings, kinda. And this guy came walking with this horse of a dog, of like it was like a mastiff or something. And of course he has to have the dog on the side where people are walking. That's always like, oh. I just don't trust dog owners. I don't know, man. It's not terrible on its own. I mean, the printing on the dog. Because I think it is terrible. Oh my god, that's not a good performance. Oh, welcome. Fuck, that was my own hubris. But now I'm here, that's good to hear. That is very good to hear. How's it been going? The beginning of your short vacation, so to speak. Yo, little lady. Oh, come on, I can do this. Let's go, Yaku. It's not even that hard, I just kinda... not been paying attention. It's kinda wild to me how far in the game we are, still, without having really beaten any bosses. There's still so many bosses to go when I look over there. I don't like the dogs. Oh, speaking of lurking. I know some people have like, what's it called? Exclamation mark lurk as a command, which I don't get the point of that. Like when I want to lurk, I usually, you know, don't announce myself. That's like announcing yourself, so. I'm going by my phone charger breaking into my phone. What? It's going by. My phone charger breaking into my phone, so I'm gonna need to buy a new charger or maybe even fix my phone. Your charger broke your phone? What? How did that happen? Did you have like a cheap China one or something? I feel like the game is absurdly loud right now as well. Don't even know why. Big guy, please. Like, I know it can happen. I once killed my OSSC with the wrong, using the wrong power supply. Which is not fun, because that thing is expensive. Charger shit. Yeah. That's something I don't fuck around with. I usually go with only brands I trust and whatnot. I like gun chargers though. Like I have one by like Anchor, I think, which is like this tiny one. I have two of them, two different brands though. Super convenient. Not having to lug around like one big thing, but like just a tiny little charger that can handle like 30 watts. What the fuck? Ah, I shouldn't fight in this tiny area. Yeah, let's just go. Do it in the realest way. Let's do some real shit. Also nice peace and quiet, no longer that constant chain sound. Really don't like it. But yeah, gun chargers are fucking fantastic. I recommend them. Like, as long as your device isn't absolute shit, they can usually handle everything. Like, I'm glad we reach a point where you can just plug everything into everything and it doesn't kinda just break, usually. I charge my phone with the same charger I charge my laptop with. My tablet and whatnot. Don't just disconnect the controller. I don't want his tail weapon. I already have his tail weapon. That's the secret to a long-lasting life. Since when? Since when? Since when? Since when? Welcome, by the way, boss kill. Yeah, right now I only care about clearing my shit. Without needing to talk much, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Oh, really? That's kind of dumb. But yeah, I guess that's something. I mean, Twitch did. I recently do the thing where they cap your viewers if they suspect you of live botting to what they suspect your actual viewer cap is supposed to be. And some big streamers really got hit hard. Because it's actually a thing on Twitch for some reason. Well, it's not a thing on Twitch actually. Because the thing is, if you can say, oh, I have 15,000 live viewers, you get better sponsorship deals. But now that Twitch actually goes, it's like, yeah, no. You have like 2,000 at best. It really fucks with some people. It's actually really funny. And guess what? My viewership has not decreased at all. Which means I'm not botting. Even though that's something you actually... I've seen people do it. Like give themselves like 100, 200 viewers. Just so that you are like on the top in smaller categories. Right? That's just what happens when you have like a system that doesn't have like a good discoverability. People start to try to exploit shit. Like, I thought actually about doing it. Just to see if it really works. But at the same time, like, yeah, no. Let's not potentially ban myself. By making stupid experiments. I want that, and then you can fuck off. Not like that. Come over here, big guy. All the fun is in the big ball pit. Where the big boys play. Shit. Oh! I didn't realize he was doing that. Like, the only reason I would want his tail weapon is because I can sell it for relatively a lot of money. Ha! I rolled? What the fuck, my guy? Why is this guy taking me so long? More people will find you and become the rock viewers. I mean, it's also cool to be kind of like the underground kind of hidden, you know, hidden recommendation. Have you heard of this rock that plays Dark Souls every week? Check it out. But yeah, you know. Sometimes these platforms do fun stuff. As I said, with capping people that is suspect of V-botting. Oh, actually, YouTube has done this thing. They now start to do this thing. Where you have to... And where they will automatically tag your videos if this is AI content. Right? So people go, oh, yay! Right? YouTube is finally acknowledging that AI content is slop and they're tagging it themselves. Big ups for YouTube. But it's to me at least, it's 100% clear why they do it. It's so that they don't train their own AI on AI slop. I feel like that's the only reason they do that. Hello? Because I just don't trust Alphabet. Fuck. Yeah. Man, what is it today with me and Calamite? It's just... It's a bit of a tsundere. I wasn't clicking on any new videos for a while. It probably did affect the viewership. That's at least 30 views a day. It's not a small amount. But yeah, as I said, the only thing I can really give credit... Yeah, I kind of like did a very weird route. Did you see the skip for Four Kings that I showed up? Were you already there lurking, or were you still not here then? Because that's a cool skip. But yeah, the only cool thing in recent times that YouTube has been doing is recommending small channels. Like tiny channels. The most random shit sometimes, but still. Like, that's actually fun for me. Ah, okay. Basically, there's a skip to skip the entire lowering the water level in New Londo, which is quite easy to pull off as well. So from now on, I will probably do that. This is a try, though. Up until now, it was plain. It's just doing a big prank. Yes. Yeah, hopefully. You can even get the very large ember that way. It's a bit annoying to do, since you hit the death cam like 2-3 times on route. It's one more trick in my repertoire. Yo, calamari. How about we kill you now? Oh, come on. Come closer. I know you want to. Huh? Not like that. Pulls out all the stops now. Damn, boy. That's a thick ass sword. Boy. Shit. Slim man in bikini. What? Yo, Ionuts. I thought you were going to fast clear. Yeah, I did so too. But I think the speed is just something... I'm not a big fan of slow weapons. I'm just not. That's like one thing I just have problems with, it seems. Fuck. I didn't even think I would get it, but... You know, still did. I'm still so sad that the tail cut system is not a thing anymore in the later games. Oh, finally. Like, I think this is just such a cool system. Though in Dark Souls it doesn't matter the class, how untouchable matter. Oh, you mean like Dark Souls? Yeah, like that's a perfect beach figure. And when girls say they want to have a thin bod, that's what they talk about. Fucking Eugenia Cooney looking ass. Don't look up Eugenia Cooney if you don't know her. It really is. I don't even know that many games that do it. I know Monster Hunter gives you like extra material if you get the tail cut, and Dark Souls, which gives you a weapon. And that's it. I really don't think I really don't think there's another game that does it. Somebody should make a game like that. We have to cut off somebody's tail. Respect all women. I'm 6 feet. I don't know what one has to do with the other, but sure. Do respect all women. All women are queen. Except some, but, you know. The exception isn't the rule. Nice. Honestly, I think Madness will not be as much of a problem. Fingers crossed. Because he's a slow dude. But I do want my fast roll like actually against him. Can I pull my fast roll off without this ring? I can, as a matter of fact. Just barely. It's mostly so I can dodge his magic. The rest is not gonna be different, really. Like, if this was a regular new game run, you could actually very easily tank him. Don't do that. Like the label mean. Like many girls like tall guys, never said why, but it's like... I think it's because of social media. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Me personally, I am 1.20 meters tall. Trust and believe. Yeah, the flame really didn't add any damage. 11. I feel like fire should be added with scaling. Falling off fighting this boss. I mean, if you're not used to it, it's like fighting style. It is quite so different than the rest of the game. Like I always say, the DLC in Dark Souls is like... It's the physics of Dark Souls 1 with the speed of Dark Souls 2/3. My guy, can you do the other one? Mostly social media, man. Social media during COVID and often. Yeah. I think most social media is just... It ruined a lot of people. Having completely wrong concept. Like in many things. Like another big one is how much people make. Like money-wise. Like somebody I know once asked me, hey, aren't you like a millionaire? Because I work in IT. Like, no. What makes you think that? And I saw this post on Facebook where like the average salary of programmers in Switzerland is like 150,000 a year or some bullshit like that. Like, no. That certainly is not the average. I certainly don't earn that much. At least not now. Come on, big guy. I don't feel like reapplying Power Within now. Honestly, I don't need a remaster of Bloodborne, I just need a PC version. Which probably never happens because Sony. But it would be nice. It would be oh so nice. Honestly, I just need them to get off their trip with Elden Ring. I don't know, man. I'm so afraid for the next Souls game. I don't want it to be Elden Ring 2 or Elden Ring Night Rain 2. Technically seen. Like, just give me like a continuation of the Dark Souls series in like a new setting or whatnot. Who should I do next? You know what? Let's do Taurus. Oh, you know what would be cool? They will never do this, mind you. They will absolutely never do this. But it would be cool. Is a new King's Field. Or like, you know, any of the first-person kind of dungeon crawlers they did. That would be cool. Because some people have started making them. They are actually quite successful. Kingsfield likes, some people call them. Yeah, you can't just call shit by their proper name anymore. It has to be a like. Everything has to be a like. I'm sick of that, by the way. Oh, it's a Souls-like. It's a Kingsfield-like. You know what a Kingsfield-like is? It's a dungeon crawler. They've existed ever since gaming existed, basically. Fucking Ultima, Akalabeth, and whatnot. Dungeon crawlers, just like Kingsfield. Like, pull your head out of your ass and stop naming everything alike. You know, a sandwich is a burger, like, as an example. Or the other way around. Oh, come on, stop it. I'm okay, only Sony for me are old tech, like PS2, PSP, PS1. PS Vita, so nope. All the way in GOG, because who doesn't like PC Classic? Like, I have Diablo 1 Hellfire. Yeah. I mean, I don't hope too much for Diablo 2 on GOG for now. Because Activision Blizzard. I just think, you know, Sony, they can keep their exclusives for a little while, in my opinion. But I just think they should let them go after a couple of years. But they will just keep on Leaving their games on their platforms, rotting. I haven't really watched any Yaku-like streams nowadays, other than you. Well, that means you haven't watched any Yaku-like streams. Because I'm the original. Oh, wait a second. Did he drop his axe? He did. Hell yeah. Don't think I had that happen yet. I mean, technically seeing all the VTubers are Yaku-likes. I coined the term now, so from now on, let's spam edit some Wikipedias, some wikis. And hope the moderators don't get up in arms about it. Could you imagine? It's no longer the VTuber wiki, it's the Yaku-like wiki. Most SSC are slops. I mean, there's some good modern games. Like, I'm very glad Stellar Blade came to PC as an example. And that's still on my list to play. It's just, price-wise, I'm not willing to pay the money. And they announced, actually, a sequel. I just think exclusives are no longer a thing. Like, I think they've stopped being a thing when technology just became all the same. Like, a PS5 is just a lockdown PC. Same with the Xbox. Like, the Xbox is actually running like a modified version of Windows, if I remember correctly. You know, added to that. Taurus Steven, by the way. Where Asian ones like Death Stranding and Stellar Blade. Exactly. I mean, I feel like Sony has gone down the drain ever since reloading their HQ to California. That is... They became a slop factory after that. Out of the way, big guy. Like, I'm actually shocked how well the PS5 sold, though. I always thought the PS5 was like one of these nobody cares, actually, consoles. Until I saw how well they sold. Yeah, guy, I need you... Get out of the way, thank you. Yeah, it really is. I mean, the thing is, the Japanese game market, from what I've heard, is really strongly focused on mobile these days. Like, the entire Asian market. Like, I could never do that. I tried to find, like, good Android games and whatnot, and tried to play them, but I don't like using my smartphone for gaming. I don't know. I know some people do. I don't. Ah, oh, shit. Like, the only really good games on Android that I've seen as well, anyways, are just ports from PC games. Usually. You know, you do have to remember, the Ouya was a thing. Fucking hell. I have an Ouya, by the way. I never turned it on, though, since the servers are down. You can kinda return the servers, but I never really wanted to bother anyways. I just have it kind of as a display piece to show to people how shitty. It actually is a cool looking console, right? I think it has some style to it. And the control is horrible though. Minecraft Pocket Edition mostly because installation didn't have support of controller and Xbox achievements. Yeah, I mean Pocket Edition is just Bedrock Edition these days, so it's not like any different from the PC version. So it's kind of the same, it's theoretically just a port. So I would count it to that kind of area. Now, is he here? Yes, he is.
You leave me no choice. But if this is our fate, so be it.
My guy. Why so aggressive? I didn't do anything to you. No, he's just watching, enjoying the show. Oh yeah, two guys fighting. At least something to do. Oh, I almost hit him though. Yeah, I want you to quickly just leave me alone. Fuck off. It queued my attack. Just a modified version of Minecraft. No. The original 360 version is a different is completely different. It's actually a different code and everything. It is, in this day and age, really, the modern version of Minecraft Pocket Edition is just the Bedrock Edition. There's no difference code-wise. And back in the day, it was actually a modified... It was actually its own version, its own code base. But they all merged that together at some point. Because there's no sense in doing that, you know. You're the despicable one, trying to attack me. Okay, let's do the two basement. Let's actually do the big guy first. And then the two basement bosses. And then I'm gonna go for the boss gauntlet. For the big boss gauntlet and see how that is going. I feel like glancing at the time here and there, and I'm actually surprised how slow I am. Like, it should mostly speed up right now, since the biggest, like, walks in between bosses are, like, done. But it's like... How many bosses are left? 4? 8? 12 bosses. Nearly half the bosses are still left. Yo, bird. Come and catch me. I did say I was like watching this guy playing through Dark Souls, and he was in the catacombs, and he could not figure out the coffin for like the longest time. Because opposed to other Souls games, it's you have to like lay in there for like 10 hours until it triggers, which I think is really funny. There we go. I mean, it is weird. You need the Eye of Death. You need to have one of those in your inventory. But you get them in the same room, so it's not that hard to miss it technically seen. It's just that you need to lay in there for a long ass time. But he was like, oh yeah, maybe I have to be naked, maybe I have to do this, maybe I have to wear that. But just staying inside, that didn't occur to him. Yo, big bro. How about... That ain't exactly what I would call fire damage. Looks dope and comfortable. Yeah, special control is always nice. I mean, general Xbox controller always good. I think he smells probably like roses. It's not like he's been in the cell the entire time. Pooping and defecating on himself. Go to the bathroom! No, not yet. You smell like shit, you're shitting yourself. No, no. Yeah, no. I think that video is fake, by the way. There's no... You cannot convince me that video is real. You smell like shit. You never know. Maybe he's like my cats when they are sleeping. They have like this weird scent to them. That comes from them sweating a little. It's quite pleasant. Special cat smell. Dogs have that smell as well. Maybe it's like that, you know. There we go. Big burly guy, number 1. Or number 2, actually. Done. There's a guy that like restores old content of Dark Souls, and he recently released a video where he restored the bridge there to this other section. And I thought about installing it, maybe. Probably not gonna do it to keep the spirit the same. Like, I want to do this series without modifying the game too hard. But I think it's nice that some people do shit like this. He also like restored the original path to like the door before you go to Gwyn. And he made like a path all the way down to like the lower city. That you can't even access usually. But it still has a collision. For some reason. Did you see the foot there? Oh, come on. I mean, fun fact, you can use any controller on PC without an adapter. I mean, these adapters exist for a long while. I have one as well for the Switch. Shit, I triggered the guy. Ooh, I didn't mean to trigger. Trigger alert. He's triggered. Trigger warning. Oh, fuck off. Stupid Doge. Like, where do we live where we still use Doges? Wait, there's still another one. Yep. And this is also right. Exactly. But I do remember a time when controllers weren't as common on PC. Like, does anybody remember Troy2Key? Or Pet Star? Man, those were the days. Where you needed separate programs for like PC games sometimes to map a controller to the keyboard keys. Because games didn't always have controller support natively. That was fun. You know, I feel like that's one of the things I miss about PC gaming. Having to fumble around with shit all the time. Not all the time, but like often enough that you kind of like develop some problem solving skills, right? And you're not just a helpless buffoon who cries when like a little program doesn't start without any interference. Like the guy at the beginning of the stream who was crying about Linux. That's like the type of people that usually have problems with PCs the most these days. I sometimes get like people asking me for help. Like, oh, Yaku, I need tech help. This is my problem. And all I do is I take the exact thing they write to me, ask me, and I put it into Google. It's like, hey, see? Just use Google. Of course, man, Google has been bad for a while, right? As a search engine, I mean. But recently it has gone absolutely to shit. I was like trying to find something and I couldn't for the love of me find it. Like, it's actually wild to me how absurdly bad it has gotten. It's almost comical. And all the other search engines as well, mind you. Linus doesn't know shit, by the way. I don't think Linus knows a lot. I just said that the cracks are starting to show. I wouldn't trust this guy for tech advice myself. That was close. Like, I wouldn't say fraud, but I would say very entry level. Like, I just occasionally like watch a video of his, mostly from the podcast, but it's not exactly something you can watch anymore these days. They have like this one guy who is a host, and every time he appears, he pisses me off. Because he's an actual simp. Like, that's the worst part. This guy bought the Belle Delphine bathwater. And like her keyboards and whatnot that she released. Right. And that kind of simp, I mean. And then he apparently has a girlfriend, but I have to wonder, you know, is that really what's going on there? Like, I don't think any sane girlfriend would be like, okay with their boyfriend having a tub of bathwater from another girl. Like, hello? There we go. Let's quickly go to Quelac. Not Linus, but like one of the hosts. The weird fat one. That like has actual brain damage. Going back to like views and stuff, it's like funny. Linus has like 100 employees. And he gets like a few 100,000 per video. And like one of his employees left him and he makes videos and he gets the same views. And he has like 2 or 3 people at maximum working with him. Like, I'm shocked that his operation hasn't crashed or burned yet. With how much overhead he has. No wonder companies are firing other people. Just they massively overestimate how much people they actually need. Yeah, it really is. I mean, one fat guy has become a fat girl. Girl. One is a simp. It's a strange world out there. Oh. Yeah, Chris Chan. I mean, Chris Chan's story is kind of over, for the most part. Like you see him here and there, but he's kind of like, he's a dumb deal. At least for me, it was kind of over when he fucked his mom. And I mean this in like the literal sense. For those that don't know. That guy actually did it with like his dementia-ridden mother, who's like 80 or 90 years old. Guess it is what it is. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil. Okay. I mean, from here on out, it's mostly a sprint, I would say. Since the bosses are extremely close, only the honor London bosses really are still missing. The rest is kind of like bam, 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 bam. Then we can see what the next weapon is. But first, Ceaseless. My boy, Ceaseless. How are you doing, my man? Christian and Obscure, no. Christian is very well known. He's anything but obscure. He doesn't have a Solid Shoe medallion. He's the creator of the Solid Shoe medallion, mind you. He's God. He's the one who created it. It's God. I mean, his full name is, what was it? Christine Jesus Christ Weston Chandler or something like that? Or Jesus Christ Megatron Weston Chandler? Whatever the newest lore is. But despite that, this guy has a girlfriend. Funny enough. So somehow he managed to get a happy ending. Which is just weird. I don't know, man. The world is a strange place. And there are strange people. Just like that guy. I mean, look at him. Ew, disgusting. He looks like a welding accident. I wouldn't think that there are any eldritch powers in there. So, has something stuck in my throat. I just think usually the people that wear it are themselves already kind of strange. That's why it befalls them with a curse. Right? It's like you could say, oh yeah, you know, people who are vaccinated get autism. But that's just survivorship bias or whatnot. So yes, some people do have autism and they are vaccinated, but it doesn't actually correlate that well. Funny how this guy is just weaker than the other one. There we go. There we go. Do I even want to sit at that bonfire? I mean, it would be dumb if I would die, but... fuck it. Okay, let me regret that in 2 minutes. For now, I don't. Never regret your choices, even if they are bad. See, it actually worked out pretty well. Now I just need to kill my big boy in there. It all is holy again. Yep, how about you run away? So I cannot get to his back from there. Well, people always say get the back, but I don't think that's what they meant. I don't know why I sometimes do a double hit when I do the running attack. See that? The thing is, it barely does any damage. Was brutal, honest, and chill guy at the same time. Ah, that's just called autism. Jokes aside, but... you know. I think just deluding yourself is not healthy, like some people do. I just think it's also like part of being old internet and not like falling into newer rabbit holes like that. Like the internet used to be a free place where people kind of like just shot their shit and nobody cared really cared what you said. Right? And I think people who kind of kept that in mind just stay honest with themselves, at least to a little, to some degree. Like, I've seen some people that, of course, they come from this time, and they feel guilty about it. It's like, oh no, when I was 16, I said the N-word. How will I ever apologize? How can I ever live up to that? I should actually, you know, become subservient to all the forces that be. Never be happy again because I said one word once when I was younger. I think that's like the two groups from that era. People that are apologetic about stupid shit and people who aren't. Guilt and no guilt. Like the show with the briefcases. Yo, broski, can you come closer? Maybe. How did I miss that? Like 5 times in a row. Huh? Fuck, don't throw me into the lava, my dude. Just say crap years ago and oh no, I might get cancelled. I don't give a damn, to be honest. Yeah, really. You know, I'm glad cancel culture for the most part is kind of over. Because for a while people were really extreme. But I think everybody's just kinda done with it. Both sides. I just do wish the internet would return to its former glory, you know. Back when it used to be fun. When you didn't have to reveal yourself who you are. Expose yourself, give away all your data, let companies spot fuck you every turn they can get. But you know, maybe there will be like a great AI reset. Who knows? Probably not, but it would be funny. Would be very, very, very funny. I think one thing, that's like a bit of a... It's not 100% true, but I think one thing that led to some of the decline is that there is more money involved. That there's an incentive to it. And not just the incentive being passion. Right? A lot of people just see, oh, you can make money if you do XYZ. How about I don't care about it and do the least effort amount to get the most out of it? Hell yeah. I think that's what's lacking a lot online. Like, everybody has their money. Like, I knew a guy as well. Like, everybody has these money-making schemes. Like, you're not satisfied with your job making money there. You kind of have to... Like, that dude, he was like, he was mining crypto. He was, like, trading shit coins. He had, like, all of these side businesses of pretty much ripping people off. You know, like, offering services to make websites, and then he would just give them a pre-made WordPress website. But they would charge ridiculous amounts of money for the amount of effort he actually puts in. He used like a template, all of them look the same, by the way. He just changed text, which is even worse. Insane Stairs are very offensive, but I'm not a little... wait a second. First get rid of this bitch. No, you don't. I say some Insane Stairs are very offensive. Did I regret? Well, no, or a little bit. Just they'll say random shit like that, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I think it also, you know, hardens your skin a little bit. If you get, like, when I was a kid, we called each other slurs all the time. All kinds of slurs. And I think just it made you resilient against it in general. Right, you weren't like starting to go and cry to mommy about every little thing that somebody says. But in this day and age where you're not allowed to say anything, people no longer build up this skin. And it shows, it shows. XQC? What? How do you get to XQC? I mean, I tried watching him, I don't just find him that funny. A lot of the top streamers, I watch them and like, I don't get it. That might just be me. But often I really don't get, like, why some of these people are popular. And not like in a, oh, I'm jealous that they are popular, I'm not kind of way. I mean, like, actually, I've watched them, like, I'm about to blow my brains out. This is so boring. I would rather watch paint dry sometimes. I mean, it's easy to fall into that rabbit hole. Because it's like one of these addictions where the payoff can be fantastic. Right. What the fuck? What do you mean this little bumpy thing down there slips me off? Ah. Morons are arrogant. I think that's... you need that a little bit. There was like this Austrian musician called Falco. And he had like this better than thou kind of attitude that he was kind of known for, but it did help him become more, you know, established. I think it helps being a little bit arrogant, right? And being a little bit of a moron as well. Because you don't double or triple take on everything you do. Right, I'm not saying the plight of the smart people, the woe of the smart people, but it's like... sometimes I say shit, especially when I watch like back my streams, like, oh man, this was so stupid. Why did I say that? Or why did I do this? Or I like double check if I'm like, oh, this stream, no, this is not a good stream. This was not fun. This was not entertaining. Like the double and triple charging myself. But in reality, it's really not. If you don't do it, it's actually better. And what was the term? Ignorance is bliss. Perfect. I like when he slaps. But yeah, gambling, man. Like when you like win suddenly like 10k, that shit is addicting. Trust me. Like even just 1k is like even just a $10 is addicting. Like I see why people get addicted to gambling. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that really bothers me, like, if that's what people want to watch, sure, like, let them, whatnot. Right. In the grand scheme of things, I don't care. But when they just do quote-unquote react content, which is them putting on a video and then walking away, I just think this is lazy and... Like, this is the bottom of barrel content you can make as a streamer. Is doing a react... Like, a react is already not very highbrow. But then also just walking away. It's like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go to eat. Let me put on, like, a 2-hour video. I'll be back in 2 hours. Like, nah, man. Like, you already are in an extremely fortunate position. How about you actually put some effort into it? That's really the only thing that bothers me with some bigger streamers. Oh, hell yeah. Was it here? No. Shit. That wasn't even necessary. I have enough for another level up, so shit's looking good. Priscilla is gonna get beamed. Shit. Okay, I forgot how fucking dangerous these guys are. I always do. Come on. Thank you. Like, I don't want to lose the souls now. I don't care too much for the humanity. It would be cool to just stay on 99 all the time. But I don't trust myself not to do... to be able to do that. Souls, they always hurt when you lose that many. 60 endurance, 100 equip load, hell fucking yeah. I think 149 is the highest you can go though. Yeah. I'm still gonna spec into it probably. But in the end, they look pathetic. Yeah, absolutely. I just think it's good to stay humble. Right. And to, you know, to put more effort in. I get it, if you stream 8 hours a day and you want to eat something, you take a break, but maybe, you know, just don't stream 8 hours then. But yeah, that's a genre I could complain about for a long time. Speaking of, I saw like a guy, man. Come on. Oh. Let me through. Okay, Priscilla. How's it going, babe? It's been a while. can I... I don't want to insta-kill her. Perfect. I don't think I need to worry about insta-killing her, actually, but... You know, better safe than sorry. Like, for those that don't know, there's a bug when you insta-kill her, that her dialogue doesn't finish. It kind of gets stuck in a loop. So it's very important not to do that. There's a mod to fix it, but I don't have it installed, right? It's good to be like Solid Snake and then very invisible and very indifferent. I wouldn't even say indifferent or invisible is necessarily good. I think, you know, having an opinion and whatnot and sometimes standing out is nice. Just, you know. Like, actually realize how important you are, actually, compared to how you perceive yourself. Like, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people are very lowbrow. Speaking of lowbrow, this is the last boss before Gwyn. It's his son. That looks like a girl. What are the implications of that, please? Yo, kiddo. Yeah, let me reset Powerfin real quick. I don't think you can stun him, but... I thought you can stun him, I should say. But I think only once he's all the way in the back. How about we don't do that? Perfect. Yes, 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 yes. I take another one, please, of those. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, nice. Honestly, quite a good pattern so far. If he switches to bow now. Perfect. Good night, boy. It's been a pleasure knowing ya. Hell yeah, Dragon Tooth. Time for Gwyn. I really don't know how I should rate this weapon. On one hand, like it's a very... Right. It's an iconic weapon. And of course it's a bonk weapon, so those are always somewhat fun. But as far as bonk weapons goes, it's a bit on the low side of power and whatnot. Anyways. Let's see how this power will deal with Gwyn. Let me just double check that I didn't miss a single boss by accident. No. Don't worry, my guy. I am the chosen one. You just don't know it yet. You'll get to realize it one day. I am the eternally chosen one. Okay, for the final fight, I'm gonna go back to this setup. So yeah, you know, speaking of this area, while I'm here. Actually, let me show it in a second. Basically, I'm trying to talk about. There's like the 3 knights in the back, right? 1 sword knight, 1 axe knight, and 1 halberd knight. And I was always confused about the last one of those, the halberd. Like the axe, you can like let him run off. The sword, you can just quit out, and he will respawn there where he's currently standing. So you know he's no longer aggroed at you. But the halberd, he always disappears when you reload the game there. And what I've seen in a recent video, the reason why that is because his spawn trigger is earlier than the stairs. Right? So let me maybe check if I reload here already. Let's see, I reload here. And is he still down there? No, I don't think he is. Yep. Like his spawn trigger is just way further back in the level than he should be. Like, that is why he doesn't spawn, because you never trigger him spawning. And that's why he also doesn't fall down or something. Like he's not up there. He's not stuck in the floor. It's just his spawn trigger is somewhere all the way back there. Which I should have suspected it might have been something like that, but that's not the kind of stuff you think about with mysteries like this. Anyways. Yo, big guy. Get toothed, bitch. Ah, cheeky 1600. Actually a bit more, almost 17. It's kind of wild. Yeah, don't do that, my guy. Yeah, all things considered, perfect. I didn't hate this run. Let's see. 3 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. But also not perfect. But yeah, with that done, let's open the spinner. And see what the next weapon is. Screen capture. Actually, let me double check something. Okay, good. There we go. And that one as well. There we go. Okay, the next weapon is... It is... a regular spear. Okay. Interesting. I'm shocked, actually, that we still haven't gotten a single talisman. Like, for real. Not a single talisman. So there are 11 talismans in this game. Or something like that. How have we not got a single one so far? And that's like the third or fourth spear. Man, you know, chances are wild. Probabilities. Bottomless box. Where's the spear? Literally just called spear. No, nothing fancy. Axes, great axes, hammers, great hammers, spear, there we go. 80 damage. Ooh. Even the base winged spear is a little bit more better than that. Artisan. Yeah. Interesting. Where's my boy? There he is. I'll probably clean up a little bit after this run. My inventory and everything again. As it's a bit out of hand right now. Yo, big guy. It's alright, I guess. I mean, it really is no different from the winged spear in moveset, I think. Yeah. It's basically like a slightly weaker winged spear. Which, I mean, it really is that. Chomp attack is actually pretty solid. All things considered. But not that solid, actually. Yeah, spear. Interesting. I don't think it's gonna be a that interesting of a run. Okay, he wasn't even firing straight there. Okay. Like, the one cool thing about spears is that he can do this. But I don't really use that too often anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, with that, I want to say already, don't forget to subscribe or follow, depending on the platform. If you don't want to miss out on this run, you know, and on any other future streams. That will come soon enough, trust me. The next stream is gonna be on... The next given stream, let me put it like that, is on Tuesday with Xenoclash 2. Then, on Wednesday, Minecraft InfDev. Ooh, I have a story to tell there, trust me. I did something really stupid after the last stream. That was horrendous. I managed to fix it, but not completely. Then Friday is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I am further into the game than I expected to be. It might not be a long stream, so I might do something else after the stream. And then cut it up and upload the separate part afterwards. And then next Saturday again, with the Winged Spear. Let me just do the usual ritual of upgrading it to +5 and see how it goes from there. And then I'm done for the week. Even. Especially since it's like warm today as well. I kind of think it's just I need to go back to bed almost. I'm not gonna, but it would be nice. Putting the fan on full blast and then just chilling like a rockstar villain. Come on. Reinforce. Okay, the scaling doesn't upgrade. That's not good.
Goodbye then.
Yeah, goodbye. AR 220. Okay. You get to live then. Yeah. I mean, the spear is fast, though, so... It's not gonna be a bad run, right? I will be able to clear it. Anyways, with that I want to say thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, and ciao.